I'm going to take a wild guess and say that you either run out of battery or run out of card space before I finish filming this video. What do you want to bet? Like 1 SD card, 2 SD card, 30 minutes of battery? What do you fancy? What do you fancy? Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing my August favourites with a little bit of a twist. I get kind of bored just doing favourites videos as normal. I love watching favourites videos, but I just get a little bit bored of doing like the same format every time. So I think the last time I did this was back in March, when I did like hits and misses, but I want to do something a little bit different again today. So I'm just going to do my top 5 because I know for me, I can just talk about a load of products just continually. So I'm just going to limit myself to 5, then my favourites is just like my top 5 of this month. So yeah, so this is my top 5 August beauty products that I have been loving using this month. I am obsessed with, I use pretty much on a daily basis, and that I would highly recommend for you guys and anybody else out there who asks me any advice on makeup products and stuff. So I hope you guys like this. If you do, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Let me know if you've ever used any of these products before, what your thoughts are, or if there's any products you think I should try throughout September. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for new videos weekly, and without further ado, let's just talk about some products. So I'm going to start with something that I have already talked about on the channel. I think last week I did my Clarins Hit or Miss video, and this featured, so this is the SOS primer from Clarins. This is the Blurs Imperfections one, which is the 02 Peach shade. I have already obviously spoken about this last week in a little bit more detail, so I'm not going to rave too much about it today, but it does just blur everything. Like when you're not wearing any makeup, I still put this on my face because it kind of creates a very nice like Instagram-like filter on the skin. It just creates like a lovely kind of blurred effect on the skin, just a very kind of airbrushed look, makes everything look so much more perfected than it already does, makes me look like I've got really good skin. So I really like that, but also it just makes makeup go over the top so much nicer. It just makes everything a lot smoother, evens out any skin tone, or also any like skin texture. I really like it. It also adds a little bit of like a radiance, a little bit of a glow, which I am loving at the moment. It is a huge favourite of mine. It is my new favourite primer. I would definitely repurchase. I would definitely recommend it to anybody that asked me. Yes, it's Clarins, so it's a little bit pricier. That is no different to any of the other primers that I do tend to use, like my Kiehl's Their Skin Perfector, which I do also love. So yeah, I'm loving this, would highly recommend it. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say now because I spoke about it more last week, and I'll put like that video in the cards if you haven't already seen it. But yes, I do love that one. Sticking on a base sort of topic, I have the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealers. I know I'm about a year behind the hype on these things. I know. But I picked these up a few months ago. So much so that the shade C2 that I have, basically there's nothing really left in here anymore. It doesn't really bring out much product at all. Used it all up. So I've been using C3. I mean, to be honest, they're both pretty good colour matches for me. C2 was obviously a little bit lighter, so I was using this under my eyes. C3 was a little bit closer to my skin tone, however, still a very nice under eye concealer because it does still lighten, covers all those nasty dark circles, which I love. Probably the best concealer I have ever used. Not exaggerating, I do actually prefer it to the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, which I know is another like big cult product of a lot of people. I personally prefer these. I just feel like they last longer, they cover a bit better, they're not quite so, they don't dry down the same way like these on, how do I explain this? The Collection one I find can be a little bit too matte, and it can look a little bit dry and a little bit cakey after a little time. These ones just continue to look very smooth under the eyes. They do crease a little bit, so you do have to obviously set them, but that happens with every concealer for me anyway, just because of how my eyes are set in my head. But I really like these, so for like £5 I think they are, less than that. They're a fantastic buy for concealer, and yeah, I love it. I love them. I think they're great. I would highly recommend. Next up we have a beautiful highlight palette. So this is the Makeup Revolution again, or just Revolution Soap Highlighter Palette. Again, I feel like I'm about a year behind the hype on this, but you guys know I bought her latest eyeshadow palette last month. I've done a whole video on it, so again I'll pop that up somewhere. But at the same time I also picked up the highlighter palette that was in her last collection that she did for Revolution, and these are insane. There are definitely some in here that I don't use, so I mean I've tried them, but like these 3 here, I I don't touch. This kind of greeny ice one, I don't touch either. The pinky one, I not very much, but these three here are beautiful. They are some of my favourite highlighters. They're like my go-tos, and they look stunning. They are so pretty. And they just sparkle. This one in particular is definitely my favourite. This one is a little bit more goldy, so if I just feel like warming myself up a bit, I'll use that one. And that one's a little bit more subtle. But those three in particular I love. I've been using them every single day. They've kind of overtaken how much I use my Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter, which I do still love and I do still use it, but I've been using these three more. I wouldn't say I think they're better, but they are nicer. They're a little bit more subtle than that one, and obviously it's a little bit easier to get hold of. But I do really like this palette. It's only £8, so definitely recommend picking it up because you get some really, really good highlighters in there. There's going to be something for everybody in here. Obviously you're not going to be using all 8 because they're tailored to different skin tones, so that is just something to keep in mind. Like, I'm not really using 5 of those shades, so some people might say it's a little bit of a waste of money, but 3 really good highlights for £8 for me is a steal, so I really, really like that. Very good value for money. Okay, moving on to an eyeshadow palette. So I have been trying 2 new palettes over the past month or so. So there was the Soap one, and then there is this one, which I did a video on earlier this week, which I hope you guys like. But this is the Urban Decay Beached eyeshadow palette. Out of the 2, I was definitely expecting to use the Soap palette more, but I have been obsessed with this and I have been using it pretty much every single day. I love it. And I was not expecting to love it as much as I do. I was like, I'll probably like it, I'll use it every now and then. I didn't think I'd use it as much as I have. In particular, this shade Blaze and 16th Street, those 2 together, stunning. Daybreak, I mean, you guys know from the video the other day that it bugs me that there is only one matte shade, but it's a very nice warm one. Heat Wave is nice. I'm wearing this on my eyes today. I'm just wearing Blaze all over the lid and Daybreak in the crease, and I'm just using Heat Wave just in that outer corner and just blended on that lower lash line. But they are very pretty. The blues in here are like insane. Like, look at them. Stunning, beautiful, make me want to wear blue eyes every single day, which is obviously not practical in the slightest. But I do really, really like this palette. I do think that it is very high quality. The shades are beautiful. I've been getting so much wear out of it. I've just been really, really enjoying it. So I like it. This is the thing with swatching those blues, then out with blue fingers for days. Okay, and then last but not least is a lip product. I know, lip product, kind of, you know, predictable. But I have picked up a few of the L'Oreal Clarins Shine lipsticks, which I feel like got quite a big hype earlier this year. I went into Boots the other day. Adam was basically getting his eye test. I got bored. I went into the makeup section. You know, standard. And then I saw that they had L'Oreal on 3 for 2, and I thought, you know what, I really wanted to try these when they came out, so I'm just going to pick up 3 shades. So I got this shade, which is Topless. I also got Only in Paris, which is Pale Pink, and then a plummy shade. Both of those are also really, really lovely, but I haven't been wearing them as much as this. This I've been reaching for every single day. So this is the shade Topless. And it is just kind of a very, just like cool toned pinky neutral, which is right up my street. I mean, that's exactly what I love. It is what I'm wearing on my lips today. It is shiny, which again is very unlike me. I'm much more of like a satin or a matte lip person, but I think it's so pretty, especially in the warmer weather. It just kind of adds a little bit of more radiance and dewiness to like the rest of the face, I think. I just love the shade. These are very creamy, they glide on, they're very, very comfortable to wear, like you don't know you're wearing them. Obviously, because they have that shine to them, the glossy finish, they're not super long lasting and they are going to transfer. However, what I have noticed is, especially with the other 2 shades that I have in the darkest one, it does create a little bit of a stain on the lips, so you still get some of that colour, which is quite nice. But yeah, but obviously don't expect them to last all day, don't expect them not to transfer because they are glossy lipsticks. But they are very nice, they are very pretty. Topless, I have just been wearing non-stop. I'm wearing it on my lips right now. I also really love the packaging. I feel like it's super luxe. So I just love L'Oreal packaging in general 90% of the time. But yeah, I really like these. I will probably pick up more colours because I've become slightly obsessed with these lipsticks. Again, this one in particular, Topless, I love. The other 2 are very, very pretty, but Topless I've just been wearing every single day, pretty much. and I like it. So that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give the big thumbs up if you like this kind of format of favourites where we just talk about my top 5 products, or hit me up in the comments below if you prefer like hits or misses or just like the normal favourites format. Let me know. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for new videos weekly, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye!